Hello. Now, did you know that the National Statistics on Domestic Violence has written and said that 20 individuals per minute experience domestic violence and physical abuse from very intimate partners? Now, to further stress this, 1 out of 4 women experience this physical abuse, while 1 out of 9 men experience physical abuse from very intimate partners. Now, the statistics is very, very high. Welcome to my channel. My name is Patience Dogo, and I am your delectable host for today's episode. Now, I trust that you have been following because we have discussed very salient issues on this channel. And if you're intending to get married sooner or later, I'd advise that you please go back to our previous episodes, listen to them, take on the assignments, and do something very important with it. It's going to matter if you're intending to get married. Now, today, what are we talking about? Abuse, but from another perspective. Now, if you're intending to get married, you should understand your partner and be sure that the person you intend to spend the rest of your life with, your life is safe with this person. Now, there are a lot of cases of physical abuse in marriages today, and even intending couples already experiencing abuse before they get married. So what am I stressing today? How can you identify someone who is a potential abusive partner? Very, very important. When you find out if this person is going to be potentially abusive, then this is going to help you make a choice whether or not you should go ahead with that marriage. Now, I'm going to be listing out a few things today that is going to give you heads up. If you find out some of these things in your partner, that person may be a potential abusive partner. Now, first on my list, what am I going to say? Now, if you notice that this person is addicted to hard drugs and substances, alcohol, then that is something you should take very, very seriously. Now, we all know that people who take these things at a point when they are very, very high, their thought process is interrupted. They wouldn't think normally anymore, and their actions and behaviors will be something different from what they would have done if they were sane. Now, if you notice that your intended spouse is addicted to these substances, then that's a red alert. That's someone who may be potentially abusive when you get married, because these things have a way of affecting the thought process of people. You know, when the person is high on drugs or high on alcohol, his thought process and actions are affected. So you should be looking out for this. If the person is addicted to hard drugs and substances, then you should be making a choice. Secondly, if you notice that this person is disconnecting you from family and friends, please take note that when you get married, you cannot live in isolation. You would need family and friends at some point in your life. You know, sometimes life serves people with things that they are not expecting. You know, you experience things that you did not think were going to come your way, different things. And you would need family or friends at that time to help you wade through that situation. Now, if you notice that your partner-to-be is disconnecting you from family and friends, that's a red alert. Now, this person, if he succeeds or she succeeds in disconnecting you from family and friends, when you are in trouble or you need help, you may not get that help anymore because this person has succeeded in keeping everybody away from you. So, if you are with someone who is saying, oh, I don't want you to be with family and friends, that's wrong. You had a family, you had set of friends when you were single before you got married, so it's totally wrong to come into your life and tell you to stay away from this set of people. That's wrong. Thirdly, what am I going to be talking about today? Now, the issue of jealousy. Now, there are a few people who think that when someone is jealous, in quotes, over you, the person really, really loves you. But I'd like you to draw a line between jealousy and possession. There are people who are so possessive, they don't want you to be close to any other person, especially the opposite gender. Now, like I said in the previous points, you had set of friends, you had family and friends before you got into a relationship. So it's going to be really, really wrong and absurd if someone comes into your life and tells you, oh, I don't want to see you around this person. If that motive is right and the person is trying to keep you away from disaster, that's fine. But when the person goes overboard and is checking your phone call logs and who is the person that called you today, what's that man doing around you, what's this woman doing around you, I don't think that's jealousy. I think that's possession. The person is going overboard, and that's a signal to someone who may be overly abusive in the future when you eventually get married. Now, this list is not exhaustive in itself. I would implore you to please hook on to this channel, subscribe, because in subsequent videos we're going to be shedding more light on some of the things you should look out for someone who may be potentially abusive in the future when you get married. So what's my assignment for today? Are you in a relationship? Have you considered and understood why your partner behaves in a certain way? Have you noticed some of the things I have mentioned in your partner to be? If you have, then the ball is in your court to make a decision for your life, for your destiny, for your sanity and your peace sake. I'm hoping that the decision you're going to take, it's a very rational one. Now, I'd like you to please hook onto this channel, subscribe, and await subsequent videos until we come your way again next week with another very interesting episode. Stay blessed.